Hello and good evening. Today is Sunday, and this trade plan is for Monday, 12th of August 24. Hindenburg, Adani, SEBI, too much of information overload. Last few hours, less than a day, have been an information overload. बहुत information आई है. Everybody and their uncles have their view. Well, good. Why? Because everybody seems to be concerned and wondering what will happen. So on one side you have Olympics going on, and you have everybody's waiting for Vinesh Fogart's CAS result. Um, the uh, I think the uh, latest developments in Middle East, including Israel, Iran, US, Ukraine, and many other things which are Bangladesh. There's so many things happening all over the world, and now Japan has given a mega quake warning. बहुत ज्यादा नहीं हो रहा है. Too much. Too much is happening. Okay, let's focus on what to expect tomorrow and what we can do. Look, I have very simple interpretation of whatever is happening, and this comes from my 25 years of experience in the stock market, and I've seen these kind of news come and go and how market reacts and what happens thereafter. So here is a simple one line summary. Expect red, will find base, will recover. End of discussion. नीचे जाएगा, expect a red opening, थोड़ा सा wait करेगा, it will try to find a base. Once the base is found, it will start rebounding. That is all that could happen tomorrow. Levels, okay, let me share levels. Let's talk in terms of, let's first go weekly. Nifty weekly is very weak. The all-time high 25078 versus the close of previous week 24367. It did manage to close above 24350, but still it is a weak close. However, the candlestick pattern is very promising. This is kind of a hammer in formation. So unless the low of this is broken, chances are the moment this high is taken out, we could see an up move. I go by the patterns, candlesticks, and what I see on the charts. I don't go by the news. News will make a little bit of turbulence here and there, but then all that will translate to chart patterns. Similar pattern on Bank Nifty charts. Hammer. Both, the only thing is color is green here and color is red here. That's about all. Nifty, obviously, needless to say, I've said it zillion and 27 times. Nifty is stronger than Bank Nifty. So focus on Nifty call side and Bank Nifty on the put side. Bank Nifty has taken a support at 49717. This is on the weekly basis. Let's see it on the daily chart. So coming back quickly, weekly may, unless until we are trading above the new all-time high, I am not calling it bullish, although there is a move likely on the upside. If not tomorrow, then soon. Uh, Now for daily. This is a kind of an indecision candle on both the indices. Kind of indecision. Bulls clear, but then bears also clear. The good thing is the close has happened above 24367, and I said 24350. It has to sustain, and that is what it has done. So optimism is there. But if you see on closing basis, let me zoom in a little bit for Nifty, which is on my right side. Closes 24367, which is lower than this high, which is 24382. मतलब ये हुआ, it did show strength, but the strength was not enough for it to break out. Maybe some insiders knew something or whatever. In fact, I'll come to that very soon about how we can get the hint of what is to come basis the charts. But anyway, right now focusing here. So it has to now cross the high it made on Friday. That is 4141, sorry, 24419.75. Let's say 24,420. If you add a sufficient buffer, it has to go and trade above 24,450 for seeing some strength. And if that happens, the broad level is 24,700. The specific levels are 24,683 and 686. 686 is the higher range of this gap that you can see here, 686, while the precise level is 24,683. However, it is likely to face a resistance around 24,486, which is broadly 24,500, psychological level, 24,500. And if you see it very, very specifically, 24,486 and 24,576. Somewhere in between here, I'm expecting some kind of a resistance. The resistance will start from 486 onwards. And I'm expecting some kind of a resistance in between on the upside. Now, you're saying the whole world is expecting the market to go down. You're talking on the upper levels. Yes, because the market may open down and take a cushion at any of these gap ups. Let me draw this for you. It's easy to understand this when you have got gap ups plotted. Here it is. दिख रहा है आपको? This is the next level of gap up. I'm just making it a little different. So Nifty could take a dip into it and again possibly take a resistance support at this trend line, support at this strong trend line. So whether it dips to here, 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 or here, somewhere, or maybe here, but it will take us support at this trend line, and somewhere there, I believe, and going by my experience in the market, it is likely to find some kind of a base here, wherever it is, but it is not gonna be only one way tomorrow in all probability. It will open down, it will go down, we will see red most likely, but we are also likely to see a base formation and then the move up. And when that happens, these are the levels that I'm just talking about is 24,486 and 24,576. So what is the nutshell I'm saying? All I'm saying is expect red in the morning, yes. Expect some kind of a base formation, obviously, and expect a final up move, which may not necessarily happen in the morning. Morning, the market may remain down and struggle, and the whole day it may try to trap a lot of people thinking that it is weak. And then by the second half, it may take a blast on the upside. Mind my words, be very careful. Do not assume just by your gut feel that this report has come and that report has come and this entity has said this thing and this politician has said this thing. Keep your mind completely clean of the noise. Just focus on charts. If you use your political and other biases in trading, you will lose money. Just go by the charts, they will give you enough hints on what is to be done. Keep your emotions and political inclination aside because that is not going to work. Okay. Now, I'm I'm holding some put positions despite the intraday and positionally the daily charts going positive. But since the weekly were negative, and there is one more thing that I will share with the elite group exclusively, basis that I was expecting the market to open lower. Obviously, I did not know anything about this report, etc. No matter how much you may say, but I had no inkling of any of this thing. As I said, I don't trade news. I just trade the charts and chart patterns, trends. Price action is very clear, crystal clear, telling us that something we can expect on Monday on the lower side. Well, will that happen? There is no guarantee. You never know. We may see a gap up, but unlikely, very unlikely. So I go by the probability. The probability of market going down on Monday morning was much higher. Therefore, I had taken some put and I will be closing out my positions on open or at a point where I tend to see some kind of a base formation. There, I would like to prefer to get neutral and then start considering the long positions. I am not, basis the charts, I am not looking at anything which is completely negative. Let's see. Baki, we will decide at 9 o'clock in the morning when I do the morning live. Please join me for the morning session and you will know exactly what am I doing and I will share my thoughts at that time. So this is about the lower levels, support levels, and the upper levels. You can pause this video and check what levels have I said and plan it. Next, talking about news. Did we have a news on 4th July? Today is 11th and this recording is for 12th, which is Monday, 12th of August. But did we have a news on 4th July? No. But why did HDFC Bank do a gap down? Did you notice this here? ध्यान से देखना, इसको मिस मत कर जाना. I have repeated this multiple times. It had a gap up on 3rd and it had a gap down on 4th. This gap down was never filled. And on 5th, it had a bigger gap down. Why? HDFC is a darling of investors, FIIs, DIIs, pro desk, retailers, everyone alike. But when it is available at a discount, why are people not buying it? Because these chart patterns are not made by retailers. These chart patterns are made by FIIs, DIIs, and fund houses, etc., who trade in thousands and thousands of crores of rupees. They don't trade with one or two lots. So ये आज तक नहीं भरा गया है. Mind you, the first information I got was on 4th July, and I have been constantly saying something is wrong. Why are people not rushing to buy HDFC Bank, which is the basic constituents in most of the high quality funds, high quality portfolios, whatever? Now, this is not the only game. On 22nd July, we had a gap down in Reliance. In fact, there was a gap down here as well, but then this was filled. There was a gap down on 16th July, but it was filled. But this gap down still exists, 22nd July. Why are people not buying Reliance? Think, look at the chart pattern. They're telling you something is wrong. And these are the top one, two, three, four stocks of the Nifty 50 index, our country's index. Best of these stocks are available cheap at discount. No one interested in buying because the biggies are exiting out. I'll tell you what will happen now. Anyway, before that, there's another gap down here on 5th of August. Even this is not filled. It may get filled in the next few days or weeks or whatever. Then there are other gap downs also. There were gap downs here, gap downs here, then here, here. But these gap downs were filled. What was not filled was this gap down of 2nd August. What is not filled is the gap down of 5th of August. Look, 5th of August, Nifty had a gap down, and that gap down is visible for ICICI Bank as well as Reliance. 5th of August, what happened in HDFC Bank? It did have a gap down, but in intraday only, and that's been filled. These are the gap downs of Reliance and ICICI Bank that have not been filled. And now you talk about the fourth largest stock in Nifty 50, and that is called Infosys. Now there were gap downs here, filled, gap down here, filled, gap down here, not filled. सुन रहे हैं आप? Gap down here, not filled yet. Top 4 stocks of Nifty 50 available cheap at discount. FIDI is not interested in buying. Hints तो आपको 4 जुलाई से मिल रही थी ना. You are the first hint on 4th July. Something is wrong. If you are still blindly bullish or emotionally bullish, or because of a certain inclination towards any particular party, you are not going to make money, boss. Just focus on charts. Now, what is likely to happen? Let me explain this in on Nifty chart. It may not happen. I don't want to be held accountable for this, but this is my interpretation. The weekly chart is very interesting for Nifty, and it is a green hammer telling me that there is the moment it starts trading above the current high, which is 420, it could start an upward journey. Then the first resistance could be around 24,500 or so, then 24,700 or so, and then after a little bit of retracement, it could continue the up move, and it can even make an all-time high, new all-time high. It could make it could break 25,078. Remember, while everybody is talking about gap downs and the market cracking and this and that, I'm talking about the market ATH. Remember this. I'm not saying hoga. I'm saying there is an equal possibility. Equal possibility. But where will ATH end? Somewhere close to 25,500. Gut feel hai. It may. This is basis what I am seeing on the charts with my own experience. But from there is a possibility of another event which news will come later. But I'm telling you basis this, that we have seen the on weekly basis a gap persisting. We are seeing a gap down, and this gap has persisted for the week. This is telling me, even if it makes a new all-time high, that there is a fair possibility that even after breaking this all-time high and trapping lots of bulls, the market could come down heavily and could come down to even 20 odd thousand levels. If I show you on the monthly charts, these are all possibilities. Quarterly, there have been, this is a quarterly chart by the way, there have been no respite, no pause for, since when? ये आपका कोविड का लो लगा था. And after that there was another low here on April 21, 22. From this quarter of July 22, Nifty has been going blindly one-sided on the way up. And many of you who have actually entered the market during the bull phase, you do not know what is a bear. Bear can give you a fear that you have no idea. I'll repeat. Bear can give you a fear that you have no idea. And the market crash happens and people panic. And that is where people who hold puts can mint money. And that could happen. Theoretical, I don't look at the news, but I'm looking at this, that there have been non-stop bull run. Have you seen from the COVID how many red candles you see? Forget about anything else. From COVID low, you have seen only one. This is actually a doji, but let's call it red. 1, 2, and 3. 3 quarters that are in red only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 completed quarters. 14 completed quarters in green. ये नॉन स्टॉप थोड़ी ना चलेगा, कहीं ना कहीं तो प्रॉफिट बुकिंग आएगी. That profit booking could come. And if that happens, this is what could be the result. First level could be, if the current high is respected, the first level could be 20,686. But if this high is larger, then the retracement can move up a little bit or whatever. But this is a possibility. 20,686 and 19,223. These are possibilities as of now. And it is important, it is healthy for the market to continuously keep correcting a little bit. It's like a pressure cooker. थोड़ी थोड़ी अगर steam निकलती रहेगी तो ठीक है. But if the steam outlet is blocked, then the cooker can blast. We do not want a crash. We want a sizable correction once in a while so that we can enjoy the up move. But this has not given us any correction, and this pent up steam is there. And sooner or later, that will happen. This is a trading plan for 12th of August, and you remember this 12th August trading plan. We may even come back to this 12th August trading plan in the next few weeks, if not more. Next 2 quarters, in my view, could be pretty turbulent. I'm not expecting Nifty to go beyond 20, 25, 500 broadly. थोड़ा सा अगर ऊपर नीचे हो जाता तो don't try to hold my neck, but this is what I'm expecting. But as far as the immediate, immediate impact of this so-called report is concerned, I have no doubt that we will most likely rebound and rebound with a lot of conviction. So be aware of that and ensure that you are not unnecessarily getting into emotions based trading, because that doesn't work. Emotions based trading do not work, and never, 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 ever over invest in the market. Both ways, either on the call side or on the put side. Always keep some money in your pocket, because आपको नहीं पता when the rainy day can come. Okay? So keep manage your risks in a scientific manner, size your positions accordingly, understand what is RMPS that I cover in the with the elite group in the Go Green initiative. By the way, Go Green 7 program is overbooked, uh, and I will be shortly closing this. I did close it, but I had to open it for something. But it's going to be another great experience very soon for the people who have joined. And many of them are regularly attending the morning live trades. Please feel free to join and enjoy, because that doesn't cost you anything. Come join and enjoy the morning trade. I'm only live for 1 hour in the morning, 9 to 10, and rest of the day is yours. You want to do your business, job, or consulting, or whatever you want to do, it's all yours. All right. So trade sensibly, ensure that you are keeping your emotions out, understand the risk, manage your positions, and go green.